I'm Jack Belmont, and these are my solutions to the EC441 final lab/exam. So for the first problem, we're trying to find the MAC address exchange between the two IP addresses, and we know that this MAC address will be exchanged in ARP packets. So what we've done here is we've just filtered through the ARP packets and finding it for these source IP addresses. And if we look through here, we're going to see a bunch of exchanges. And the one that we want is actually going to be here. So we can see that 228 is a reply instead of a request. And if we look through, we do actually see that here's where the MAC address is being transmitted. And you can see here it says 10.0.0.37 is at this MAC address. So we know that one is there. The next thing is who's the author of the home page hosted on 10.0.0.37. So if we just do an ip.addr equals 10.0.0.37, we'll see everything here, but we're looking for a home page, so we can do and http, and we'll see here that right here, this one is a response to the HTTP. If we look at it, we can see some hypertext in here, and if we look through it, we see that this is in fact a home page, and down here it has the author, Anton Anonymous. Okay, problem 3. What does the problem-solving chart request in packet 375 suggest to do if you risk getting caught? Well, 375, actually, it's already right here. So we're just going to look at it here instead of go through and re-find it. But if we open this up and look through the hypertext, we're going to see, expand this, that the response to this is in frame 407. So the actual chart's not in this packet. It's going to be in packet 407. Now that one's right here because, again, it's this HTTP. So if we open that up and expand down here, we're going to see the chart. And we can look and we can see, will they catch you? So this is the if you risk getting caught. Yes, well, that's pretty unfortunate. And as long as you can blame someone else, you're good. So I would say that this one suggests that if they might catch you, you just blame someone else. Problem 4, what kind of server is at 10.0.0.100 on port 53? Well, let's look for ip.addr equals 10.0.0.100. And here we're going to see that it's a DNS server. So just add not flow v1. So we've got a DNS server here. And we can see, if we look through, they're actually all DNS servers. So there's really no point to go through and filter for port 53 itself. Now for problem 5, what does the IP address of the A record of mysteriousdomain.com point to? Well, if we look right here, I just want to make sure. Paragraph 116, yeah. So this one, we can see that it is a query response with a mysterious domain, and if we click on this one and we go down, we're going to see, answers right here. Right here, type A, class in, address 123.123.123.123. So that's where mysteriousdomain.com resides according to this DNS response. And it says, problem 6, some types of DNS records can store arbitrary information. What is the security token that Mysterious Domain is publishing in its DNS record? So we are going to say DNS and not OpenFlow v1. We're going to get just all the DNS records here. Now, we're looking for a DNS response for mysteriousdomain.com, and we're going to see all those down here. If we open up 916, we're going to see that this one is a response, and it actually contains a text field in here. So if we go look through this, we're going to see, let's see here. Answers tab. Oh yeah, expand the text right here. And this one will then contain the secret combination is XM7 pound FJL. So the next question is, what kind of server is hosted on IP address 10.0.0.13? To find this one, we're going to filter on IP.address equals 10.0.0.13 and not OpenFlow, just to get rid of all those packets. And we're going to see here that the intruder that's actually trying to get in is 10.0.0.56. So we're just going to add that to the filter, or more accurately, change that to the filter. So we're going to look for 0.56, and now looking through these, we're going to see up here, let's see. Right here. Here it is. That took me a minute to find again, but we're going to see request user anonymous, and we are going to also see in packet 614 the password no@email.com. So the username is anonymous and the password is no@email.com. So number 9, what is the credit card number of Jane Doe that was pulled from the FTP server? So we know that the FTP server is on IP address 10.0.0.13. So IP.addr equals 10.0.0.13. Let's see. 2 equals here. That'll get that to come up. But we also know that we're looking for something related to Jane Doe. So if we actually add and TCP matches and just put Jane Doe, we're going to see this packet pop up right here. And if we just click it right here, well, that looks pretty suspicious, but we can get that in a little bit nicer format. I actually just copy and pasted this and put it in a chart up here, and we'll see it comes out to this format. And here we can see that Jane Doe's number is right here. I'm not going to read off that entire number, there's no point, but that's it right there. And then the final question is, what is 10.0.0.41 doing? So let's look for that IP address. And if we filter here, let's actually get rid of the OpenFlow just to clean things up a little bit. We're going to see that every single packet here is an NTP packet, which is a network time protocol. So if we actually look for packets with 10.0.41 as the source, then we're going to see that these are all listed as client requests. So we know that 10.0.0.41 is not actually the server, it's the client, and therefore we know that 10.0.0.41 is synchronizing its clock with the NTP server. So that should be all of my answers to the problems for this homework assignment. Thank you for listening, and thank you for a great semester.